new United States-Mexico-Canada trade deal expected to make online shopping easier for Canadian consumers. This new deal raises Canada's duty-free level from $20 to $150 online. So, how do businesses pivot their strategies in order to take advantage? Tony Chapman, CEO of TonyChapmanReactions.com, joins us now to weigh in. Some people are declaring victory on this, winners for certain segments, but there's got to be some concerns about what's happening, too.
Well, the consumer, if they're going to buy in the States, gets a nice pass. The first $40 they don't have to pay any taxes on. And as you said, the duty-free limit's gone up. So, advantage to the shopper sitting back in the lazy boy, but what about online shopping in Canada? They don't get that $40 free tax. And more importantly, conventional retail, which we tend to sometimes ignore, but it is a vital part of our economy.
Now, when I think about those Canadian retailers in the past, they've had so many challenges in terms of cross-border shopping was a big one, and then, you know, we were at parity and a little bit better against the greenback, and as our dollar pulled back, then, okay, maybe you want to spend at home. But then the Black Friday sales, and that became a thing. So then we saw our industry try to adapt to that, say, we have Black Friday sales as well. Stay in Canada, and now yet another reason to go online, buy something from the States, and bring it back across the border. How are we supposed to compete with this?
It's tough. I mean, you look at the e-commerce, they're getting better and better. I mean, retail used to be a place to buy. Well, now I can buy on this is a vending machine. And then Instagram is, you know, Amazon's becoming personalized and more exciting, and they're creating all these new ways to itch, like you talked about Black Friday. It's tough. And I say to retailers all the time, you've lost your place to buy, which is what retail was all about. You got to do something different. And I think you've got to pivot and become a place to be. You got to sort of say, what online doesn't have is a heart. It's faster, it's better, it's more efficient, but you've got to dial up the experience. You've got to dial up the magic. You've got to be more immersive. A great idea would be, for example, as seen on, you remember you used to see as seen on TV, it had that store? Yeah. Well, how about as seen on the web? That's one thing retail can do. You can actually go and lie in that Casper mattress, or you can immerse yourself into things that just come off on this little screen and bring it to life. So it is a tough battle for sure, but there's still the place to play is where it beats with your heart.
Now, the times that I have bought things online from the United States where I really got dinged, and I mean, the duty limits are going higher, that would have helped me with some of these purchases and the sales tax, but where I really got dinged was on the shipping costs and, again, on the, you know, the currency conversion between the Canadian dollar and the U.S. dollar, and I realized a $299 guitar body, this is a true story, which I bought, turned into over $500 by the time I was all done. Is that an incentive maybe for Canadians, some way for retail to play that and say, listen, you might want to go online shopping, but don't forget about the fact that you're buying in U.S. bucks.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, we've all had those horror stories when you get to you open up the Visa and you went, what happened? You know, because again, you didn't do the currency, the duty, and that's what they're trying to soften a little bit with this deal. But I think the other thing is the sense of, is there a moral obligation to support Canadian retail? And people say, well, no, I mean, I just the Amazon box comes to the door, it's easy. Yeah, but how about your property value? What happens if your Main Street starts getting boarded up or becomes more and more dentists and massage and nail parlors versus what used to be vibrancy? Is that an issue to you? Well, it's something to think about. How about your entry-level jobs? How about the fact that most of us cut our teeth at retail? That was the first time we learned how to have customer service, purpose, use a cash register. So there's a lot at stake here besides just that immediate gratification of, oh, I can get on my Instagram, oh, I like those dandy shoes, press and get it. And I always say, retail, you've got to give people a reason to still come, be energized, socialize. We're social creatures, humans. We want to be involved with other people. Is there ways to do things? But you have to pivot. You can't just be the old days of the glass, the pig in the window merchandise in the display case inviting you in to buy something. I think retailers, even though they're facing a lot of cost disadvantages to e-commerce, again, we want to be excited, we want to be energized, we want to be treasure hunters. Why does the Dollarama and Winners continue? It's because the Picasso in the office. We talked about it with your jacket one day. I said, great jacket. Yeah, I got it at Winners. There's a sense of accomplishment with that. All of this has to play into the psychology of shopping and supporting our Canadian bricks.
Is there a place for the old school salesperson as well? I think back to when I was a kid, memories from the late 70s, early 80s. You walked into a department store. There was an adult whose job it was to sell stuff, and they would sell to my parents. By the time I became an adult, I mean, it's great. You give a kid a job, but there's a kid saying, I don't know, man, it's over there.
Yeah, I was working with the Holt Renfrew in 2008, and you know, they were lucky to serve you, and people come in, I want to buy a pair of skinny J. Brand jeans. Oh, they're over there. Yeah. Well, no, they're now on my phone. I said, just ask the simple question, why? What's up? If somebody says, oh, I'm going skiing, Oh, a pre-ski party? Have I got an outfit for you? Sell into the individual's moments. Personalize the retail experience. Get off your phone, look up, have some energy, connect to what the people it matters most. If they know the fact that you're a host on television, don't just sell you a jacket. Next thing you know, I want a tie, a shirt. I'm going to put that a beautiful little thing in there, make you feel special because it's your moment you're buying for. And that's what they have to do at retail. Sell into the moments. Be a place to be versus just a place to buy, and there'll still be life for retail.
Whenever I go clothes shopping, I actually hide the fact, because then I figure, oh, they're going to take me for a ride. Thanks for that, Tony. Always a pleasure.
Thanks.
Tony Chapman, the CEO of Tony Chapman Reactions.